Welcome back to the Off-Road Camper. We're still here at Overland Expo, Pacific Northwest. Haven't done a walk around of my camper for a while, so I figured I would update you. I'm not using the rooftop tent, but it had been a long time since I was able to get it packed out and get all opened up and aired out the last time I did, so it was still pretty damp on the Oregon coast. So I've just got it airing out up there. So we've got the off-road trailer, rooftop tent. Newest addition, we replaced our porta potty with the Julco Gotta Go. Mixed reviews about that to come later. This is all pretty much the same. I did show you in a previous video that I removed the slide out from the kitchen area, and I just have additional storage in there. Right now it's just my table and my cleaning supplies. I put the cassette toilet in there and my solar and battery stuff in there when we travel so they don't move around. All right, so going inside, so go spread up. Okay, going inside the trailer. This is kind of how I've been doing it lately. I've got my my Serper memory foam mattresses. These things are awesome. They're off of Amazon, but they're great. I've got that down one side, and since Sign Girl is no longer traveling with me, she took off, I have her mattress and my mattress both there. Hers on the bottom, mine on the top. And it's very, very comfortable. And I've got pillows leaned up against the cubbies on that end. And then I'm just stacking my camp boxes from Front Runner here along this side. I've got my toolbox with me because the Jeep's having issues and I wanted to carry some extra tools. So I've got the big Craftsman toolbox. Got the EcoFlow, and then I've got the Starlink down there. We added this way back in like mid-November, but I didn't start using it until recently. I've got a little tiny microwave up there, and I can run that off of the onboard power in the trailer or the EcoFlow, whichever I need to do. It doesn't draw that much power. It's a 600 watt microwave, but obviously when it powers up it draws more than that. Still got the cubbies that I rebuilt in a previous video up there. They're still holding strong. I've got all the little wicker baskets that I've shown in previous videos still up there. I finally figured out a use for that closet. I ordered some Front Runner flat packs to put my clothing in so I could get my suitcases out of here, and they just stack in there perfectly. I will show you. So there's all my clothes in those Front Runner bags. I don't like the fact that one side of these bags is mesh, but there's nothing in that closet. It does have a little bit of a crack at the top, so it is ventilated, and it is ventilated into the slide out in the bottom, so it should be okay. But I'm just kind of keeping an eye on those just to make sure I don't have any mold or mildew in my clothing. That would be my biggest issue. So this side is pretty much the same. Still have the big box store hooks on the wall there, and I've got these plastic sticky hooks throughout. I've had a few that came off recently with the warm up after the cold damp winter. So I lost one in that corner there and a couple across the top, but this area here is still pretty much the same. I've hung some shirts and heavy shirts on that wall. Got my solar panels. Well, this one is empty because it's out there charging. Stacked up here. Camera box. I finally found out that this fan here that came with the broken legs from a hardware store on the coast hangs on these magnetic hooks that I have across the hinge at the top of the door. So I've got it hooked up there, and it's plugged into the outlet down here, so when the trailer has power, and I got the inverter on, I can run that fan because I don't have AC, and the Fantastic fan is exhaust only. One of these days I'm going to get up there and figure out how to rewire it so I can make it intake or exhaust, but haven't got to that yet. And then I've got a wire basket here on the walls, and I've got 3 of them over here. I've got 1 or 2 more of those baskets that were in our big RV that had all the water issues, and those are in storage right now. But I'm thinking about when I get back to town and get into my storage, I'm thinking about putting another one of those wire baskets over here on this side, or maybe on the ledge there by the cubbies, so I have a place just to drop my devices and my glasses at night when I'm getting ready to lay down. I can't, if I'm laying down and I'm comfortable, I can put the glasses here, I can reach there, but it's difficult to find any other place that's safe to drop my devices and still have them connected to the USB ports up there to charge. So we're getting there. Walking around the expo looking at all kinds of different solutions. I would like to put a built-in power system in this trailer, something around 6 kilowatts of power, and eventually put in an electric heating element instead of using the Coleman cooktop. But it is what it is, and I haven't really found a solution that I like. There's just too many variables out there, way too many different companies and brands, so we haven't got there yet. You know, the Delta 2 Max works great, and I do have 2 additional batteries for this, but because the Jeep engine is failing, I took everything out of here I didn't need for this trip to lighten up the weight of the trailer. The Jeep's engine has got some mystery elements. I'm not sure what's going on. We thought we had it figured out, and then it turned out to not be that. But it gets anywhere from 7 to 10 miles per gallon pulling the trailer. So something's going on. Anyway, as always, like, subscribe, and share this video.